What I'm going to share with you today will totally transform how you see a game and how you interact with girls. You see, a lot of guys think that to attract a girl, you need to be cool, fun, and charming. But what a lot of guys don't understand is that there's a secret component to game that almost no one talks about. A lot of guys miss that there's more to attraction than being rich, good looking, or having the body of Mr. Olympia. You might think, so what's the other reason girls would be attracted to guys if not for our cultural idols? Well, you're probably not going to believe that there's a more powerful component that attracts girls, more powerful than looks, money, or fame. And as crazy as it sounds, that more powerful component is biological. You might say, what? So to attract that girl from math class, I need to study biology? Well, no, it's not really about that. What I mean by saying biological is that women are attracted to men because of primal animalistic instincts. That's a mouthful of fancy words, so let me explain. At a first glance, it seems that we're civilized human beings. We live in this perfectly architectured society that build roads, houses, and even skyscrapers. We now have computers and electric cars. We clearly outgrown all those animalistic impulses that our chimp ancestors had thousands and thousands of years ago, or so we think. On the surface, it seems that we overcame that animal within, and now we are superior beings that act purely from rational and logical reasons. But even if we think that we're better than other animals because we have this giant computer in our skulls, we're still mostly driven by the same animal instincts like survival and reproduction. The only difference between us and other animals is that these survival and reproduction instincts are constantly being rationalized and thought about in our minds. As guys, we see a hot girl in the street and we get this intense desire to bring the girl back to our place and smash, which then follows with thoughts, oh, she's hottie, what's her Instagram, or something like that. But you might ask, what does all of this have to do with attracting that hot girl from my Instagram feed? Well, you have to understand that girls aren't rational creatures. They're not attracted to guys because of logical reasons. When they see an attractive guy, they're not thinking, oh wow, he has 15-inch biceps, so okay, now I'm deciding to be attracted to him. But he's really lucky, because if they would be 14.5 inch, that's a big no-no for me. You have to understand that when it comes to dating and sex, women are mostly driven by reproduction. It's the desire of finding the best mate who's going to deliver her the best offspring. It sounds ridiculous, but of course, women are not thinking about it consciously. This attraction happens naturally in the same way it happens to us, men. But the main difference between female and male attraction is that for men, attraction is based on physical appearance. For women, it's based on a guy who is in her perception can deliver her the most amazing kid in the world. So based on this, you can understand that instead of thinking about the things that will attract her today in 21st century, things like social media, fame, cars, and high-paying job, think about attraction in terms of prehistoric era and the things that were attractive to females 10 or even 20,000 years ago. And don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying that fame, sports cars, and amazingly sculpted body doesn't matter. If you're without a job, have no social life, and laying on the couch watching Netflix and eating Twinkies all day, you have zero chance to attract the girl you want. Of course, you have to maximize all these things because 21st century still has a big influence on our perception of what is valuable. But what I'm saying is that woman's fundamental attraction is based on primal animalistic desires that form before technology, social media, and this digital era that we live in. So then the question is, how to trick a woman's reproductive instinct so that she would see you as a guy who can deliver her the best offspring? Well, first, you have to understand that 10,000 years ago, women were attracted to guys because of their strength and the ability to deal with life and death situations. And the reason for that is because 10,000 years ago, there was no cities to protect against brutal conditions of life. There were no supermarkets to go and buy some perfectly sliced chicken breast and a pack of rice. In those times, guys had to be super tough because you had to hunt for food every day. Survival was brutal back then. And not only they had to hunt for food, they were hunted as food by other animals like lions, tigers, and other predators. So in a woman's eyes, the guy who could deliver the best offspring was the one who fought the most brutal fights, the one who could bring the most food with the least amount of loss. And I'm not saying that you have to start fights to win a woman's heart. What I'm saying is that because of these primal instincts, women are extremely attracted to confidence, because that signals to a woman's reproductive instincts that you're a man who's able to deal with life and death situations successfully, who can bring food to the table, who can protect her and her future child. When you're being confident with women, it shows them that not only do you have the strength to deal with challenging situations, but also that you're desired by other women. And this leads us to the most important element of attraction: pre-selection. Pre-selection is this idea that girls are attracted to guys who they think other girls are attracted to. And you might heard this strange thing that married guys are far more attractive to girls, and it's precisely because of this idea of pre-selection. When a woman sees a ring on a man's finger, it clearly says that he's married and he has a woman in his life. This implies that other women are attracted to him, because think about it, what's the other reason he would be married? That means he's a great catch and other women want him. And now don't try to search for some random chick to marry just to get that 10 you're dreaming about. It will probably not going to work. But here, I just want to clear a misconception. A lot of guys think that women judge man's attractiveness by his looks, but it's not true, because for women, attractiveness is perceived. If the girl thinks that a lot of girls are competing to be your girlfriend, you become 10 times more attractive to her, and it doesn't have anything to do with looks, fame, or money. So why am I telling you all this stuff? Well, you see, women are so bad at seeing if other girls are fighting for you or not that you can easily trick a girl and make her think that so many women are competing for you, and that's a good and bad thing, because you can demonstrate certain signals to a woman that shows to her reproductive instinct that other girls are fighting for you, and you're that guy who can give her the best offspring. Well, that's a good part. The bad part is that a lot of guys don't understand this, so they give out the opposite signals to a woman. They speak with a girl in a way which shows that no woman wants him, and it turns the girl off. As example, we can take a typical guy who notices a girl at the high school or college. He wants a relationship with her, so he follows her on social media, starts liking her photos, and commenting about how beautiful she looks. Because he's not aware about the things that I'm sharing with you right now, he thinks that by stalking the girl on social media, he's going to show her that he's interested, and because of that, she will notice him and will be attracted to him. But what this guy doesn't understand is that by acting this way, he shows to a girl that other girls aren't that attracted to him. He shows to a girl that her attention is so valuable that he's willing to put everything away just to get a little bit of her time. But this works the opposite for him, and the girl doesn't even notice that he exists. That's where a lot of guys get angry and start thinking that she's just an arrogant itch. But this guy doesn't understand that it's not personal. The reason the girl didn't notice him is that he showed all the bad signals. He showed that no girl wants him, and he's not the guy who is strong and confident as a man. Because think about it, if you're a busy guy with a lot of women attracted to you, why would you give all your attention to one girl? It doesn't make sense. The only reason you want her attention and time so much is because you perceive her as a scarce and rare girl that you can find anywhere else. So to trick a woman's reproductive instinct, it's not really about doing more things that show to her that you're interested in her and that you want her. It's really about not doing things that show to a woman that you don't have other options. If you want to know what behaviors to avoid so that you would show to her that you're the guy who can deliver her the best offspring, subscribe to this channel, because in a future videos, I'm going to show exactly how you can easily trick women's reproductive instinct into chasing you.